Yo, it's your boy Onte, and welcome to the Alpha Talk podcast. I got a special guest in the building, but before we get to the guest, I got to make a couple announcements. For the people out there that pay attention to my podcast and support me in my podcast, as you may know, last week we had an issue with the the board op kind of messed up with certain things and it was muted for like 10 minutes. But so this episode will be the remake of last week. So this will be episode 19. But before we get into today's episode, I would like to make a shout out to one of my sponsors, and the sponsor is Alpha Gaming. What is Alpha Gaming? Alpha Gaming is my very own gaming team. I have a team of like 10 people right now. We have a tournament coming up. It's going to be basically ourselves versus each other. So it's going to be pretty lit. If you want to follow us on Instagram, you can at Alpha Gaming Team _. But for today's episode, I got one of the OGs. He's a Blue Apron alumni for the people out there that don't know. It's my boy Deshaun. And how you doing, man?
Yo, what's happening? What's happening?
How you?
Atlas.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
MapQuest, keep it real with me. I'm gonna return the favor.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So how you been, bro? It's been a long time.
Bro, I didn't even know it was that long.
Bro, I like we said before we came on camera for when we was at Blue Apron, bro, I think I was like 20 at the time. It was like, bro, it was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, now that I'm man, time going by so
fast. And we already about to be in almost April now. My birthday coming up, April 9th.
So what we doing?
I don't know. I really want to have a party either here or in Austin at a club, but either town. I don't know, somewhere. I'm trying to do something. Townhouse is where last time I've been to Townhouse, bro, I ended up at the top floor of the Majestic Apartments in Dallas, bro. And guess who house it was?
Who?
It was a cop house, and I woke up on his police belt with the gun, the taser, all that was on there. I woke up with water on me. I guess they ended up splashing water on me that night, bro. I seen what's that dude name that used to play for the Cowboys? The light skin receiver. Dang,
There's been a couple of them, bro.
I think it was no. Someone else. I think he broke his ankle at the time, and I seen Ezekiel Elliott there. It was a lot of people there, bro. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, bro. You like it, bro? That sounded exciting.
Nice. It's super exciting.
Yeah,
I gotta have a remake of that. About to be my 25th, so I have to have a remake of that somehow. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
Man, that's a movie right there, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. For some odd reason, bro, I have a good memory when I get drunk. I can remember everything the next day.
For real?
Hey, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, cause me, I never get drunk. I've never been drunk to where I just like I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I never get that drunk.
Now there is some people out there that black out, bro, and I be like,
what is you doing?
Why? What's the motive?
You can't even enjoy being drunk.
Like sometimes it's like, okay, cool. Like I want to go out, have a few drinks, and then get lit. Get a little messed up. Probably like stumbling a little bit, but I'm not gonna get to the point where it's like I'm falling asleep in the middle of the street. Man. And there's a lot of people that have been doing that lately.
This the wrong time in history to be doing that type of stuff.
So I got a question for you. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to politics or like anything that's been going on. I mean, a lot of people probably have, just if you don't want to. Mm-hmm. So the stimmies coming up. The stimulus checks is coming. Mm-hmm. So how you feel about that? Would you enjoy your stimulus check, or would you just be like, I'm finna go splurge on something, or you will use it to invest in something?
Oh no, I'm more than likely gonna use. No, it ain't no more than likely. I'm going to use my stimulus check to pay off some tickets. That's
the way to go. Cause I will say your boy Onte got. I got some warrants now. Now
I do too.
Yeah, so
I gotta be careful.
Yeah,
here now.
it's pretty tough right now. But with that stimulus check, bro, I think a lot of people are more excited at the fact that it's $1,400 now instead of like looking at the issues behind it.
People, and the thing about it is, people are enamored by all of this money that they getting.
What's that word? What's that word you said? Say it again.
Enamored.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I mean, it's like infatuation, or like, oh my gosh. Yeah. But like, if you not taking this precious time to invest in something,
mm-hmm.
I don't care if you don't even really like it. Just go get you an LLC. Like just go just at the least.
At the least,
drop that $600-700. Get that LLC, and try, man. Because it's just like if this didn't show you anything, it show you that none of this stuff is promised, and ain't none of this like, man, like, so you should be trying to make a way for you and your family, and you should be taking that money and doing something with it. Not just going out and buying stuff. Of course, people that ain't never had, they gonna go out and buy some, some foolishness. Shoot, I'm gonna buy some foolishness. Yeah. But I'm gonna always keep it in perspective. Yeah. Like, this ain't gonna last forever. Yeah. This little money ain't gonna last forever.
And everybody know, man. A lot of people be like, money make you happy, but like Kodak said, bro, money drive you crazy. It drive a lot of people more crazy than what they really think it is. Like, you'll find, like, people at my job, like, I work in a freight company, right? So it's like, we work long hours, but some people will be like, hey, bro, I want to go to Dallas and work at a different terminal and get more hours. It's like, bro, like, either you're going to take care of your health or you're going to be paying attention more than money. It's like, your health is more important than money. And people don't realize, like, you would die chasing money, bro.
Yeah, you can. And, I mean, and that's why it's a healthy balance. That's good that you know that. Yeah. Cause longevity is the game, and that's the goal. Like, I'd rather have a long, consistent run than to have a huge, a mixed run of, a whole bunch of stuff. Like, nah, I want to enjoy the journey. I want to be able to, take in the steps that I take. Yeah.
And now that I'm getting older, I start realizing now in life, I'm realizing a lot of stuff in life. Cause most recently in my podcast, I told like everybody like, I'm taking a break from social media in a way. Like, I'm still gonna be posting blah blah to promote my stuff, but I'm not gonna be in conflicts with people like talking about politics or anything like that. Cause if I want to be, a hero of the world with my platform or something like that, I gotta understand the world that I live in first before I can go over here and help someone else. If I don't understand the issues about politics and the world that I live in every day in my own community, how can I go help someone in my community if I don't fully understand it? And yeah, a lot of people just look at me crazy like, you don't want to argue with this person? No, I don't want to argue with that person. For what? He's not going to say that stuff in person, so what's the point?
And I struggle with that. I ain't even going to count.
It's hard, though.
Because when you passionate about something, man, like, it's hard not to speak up, like, but at the same time, that's when wisdom is supposed to, guide your steps. Because it's just like, all right, I could tell the whole world that the sky is blue, but until they look up, it really ain't gonna mean nothing.
Yeah, makes sense. You can't make what's this saying? I seen. What's the slowest animal we know? A snail, right? You can't make a snail move faster because the snail only knows to go slow. The snail has never been taught to go fast.
Yeah.
So but back to stimulus check. So there's some information that I like for everybody to know. I don't know if you know. I don't know if Mr. Paul knows. But Mr. Sleepy Joe came out with the $1.9 trillion bill to go for the stimulus check, and most of that money is going towards the stimulus check. Now,
no. Oh, my bad. Not bad. I was never mind.
Most people don't know that the people in the House of Representatives are not getting that check. They're not getting paid at all, actually. And yeah, that's a little bit messed up, bro. It's completely messed up.
A lot of that money isn't even going to our country. So I mean, if we keeping it real, and a lot of that money isn't. We probably, I would say, I mean, from what I read, I think this country is only getting probably 20% of that money.
Maybe like 10 at the most.
Yeah.
Like U.S. citizens only get like 10% of the money that's actually like getting put out. And what's funny is New York Times said in the article, they said that Joe Biden is the first president to come out with this crazy bill. This bill will literally get people off the streets. Do you know that? And which means, guess what that means? That shouldn't be no more poverty. But if the U.S. had this much money to get us out of poverty, then why are we doing it in the year of 2021? And we could have been did it, and we could have been got people off the street, and we could have been got all these people situated. But for some reason, when Sleepy Joe comes in office, he can fix poverty now.
Exactly. Because Trump, the only reason why they didn't approve, Trump was trying to get us $2,000.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he didn't sign that initial bill because it's the same problem now.
Yeah.
The money is going outside of our country, and it's not, into these shadow little situations and stuff.
And that's funny that you say that it's going outside of our country. There's another article coming up now. Guess who else is getting involved with us? Mexico. So now Mexico is getting involved with us because their immigrants feel like Joe Biden's on their side now, which makes the cartel people think like, okay, bet. Now we have an easier access to smuggle into the U.S. now, because now they're making policies and stuff to remove Trump's stuff about immigration, how Trump would send everybody back. Now they're saying you can come to the U.S., take a COVID vaccine or something like that, and live, basically saying you can live here in a way. Mm-hmm. And what does that say for the cartels? You just letting us in with people with ease.
And that's going to run up the numbers on sex trafficking.
Yeah,
well.
Sex trafficking's going to be high.
I mean,
people go to Mexico to have sex with 14-year-olds. Nobody knows about that.
Yeah.
Only pay $10 to have sex with them.
Yeah.
No one knows about that.
Yeah, man. Like, yeah, man. That's the biggest. That's the biggest commodity. That's a high commodity right now. That's the hottest commodity is people.
People.
Not drugs. Not guns. It's people.
People.
Because we live in a era of sexual deviancy. So,
and that has a lot of part to do with men and young men ourselves, because a lot of men, I don't want to get into this situation again, but a lot of men are into OnlyFans, a lot of men are into Instagram models, and a lot of men lose their self-esteem to realizing like women aren't all about lust. Women, you know what I mean? Like women are all about like a lot of women. 9 times out of 10, a lot of women do things out of just love. That women just love doing things out of love. Some of them, a little bit of
yeah. Well, yeah. It's nowadays. Nowadays. I mean, we in a different era, man. Like
it's crazy.
It's more of these women. I would say a lot of these women have been, taken advantage of by people that they loved. So they say there's nothing like a woman scorn. So she's manifesting. Her discontent or her negative feelings towards that situation
and
on her relationship.
That is just a terrible way to go, bro. Your mind is just out of there, just so messed up. And I be thinking about that sometimes, like, what is going on? Like, deep down inside, what's really going on with yourself? And a lot of people don't take time to take that, I'm going to say demon out of them. A lot of people got demons in them. They don't even know it. That's why I say your eyes tell secrets. People look at me at work like, what you talking about? I was like, your eyes tell stories, bro. If you actually just look at people's eyes and watch how they move, you'll see you'll see how people act and what they've been through in life.
Yeah, man. I like it. And the thing is, we like they don't like it. Along with not only are they dealing with that. The media, we live in a media consuming, era. So with that comes these people telling women that you're perfect. No matter however wrong you may be, you're perfect.
Yeah,
you're not doing anything wrong. So So on one hand, you got, I'm already dysfunctional. I'm dealing with pain. I'm dealing with unresolved issues. But on the other hand, somebody's telling me that that's okay and that I can live a happy life like this
and not worry about negativity from anything.
And you don't. And with this, in this dilemma, there's no accountability for her. She isn't even allowed to be accountable for herself.
And guess who this is affecting? Generation Z, aka some more folks that needs to be paying attention, and it's affecting a lot of 13-year-olds and 14-year-old girls. And people don't know, but since COVID started, there's been suicide rate been going up, and social media has a lot to do with it.
As well as domestic violence.
Yeah, and that's crazy that you. I was thinking about that this whole entire time. What about the kids who get beat up every day, or the kids who stuck in the house? You can't do nothing. Your parents just. Like, I don't understand how certain things are playing to play, but I did go to Fuzzy's the other day, and it was lit, bro. I was like, everybody out here, having fun, drinking margaritas.
Yeah, man, go, man. You live,
Having
man.
fun.
Life is for the living.
Yeah. And I'm just now,
experiencing
experiencing it like, damn, like, you got to go out there and be active, you know what I'm saying? Do some things.
Yes.
Enjoy
man.
yourself.
Yes, man, and be honest. Like, I mean, that's my next hat. Like, be honest. Like, and this is my clothing brand. It's called School of the Lost and Found.
Oh, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Just pushing this right now.
Okay.
Got my LLC and stuff.
Okay.
Talking with some people in China. No pun intended.
Okay.
Trying to get some.
Gotta get somewhere.
Hey,
you wanna go? Yeah, if you wanna give him a shout out, you can, bro.
Yeah. Check out my page, man, on IG. I'm working on my website right now. It is Deshaun Atlas, DESHAWNATLAZ. If you want to buy, if you see any of my hats that on my page that you like, just hit me in the DMs. We could talk numbers, man.
He said talk numbers, hit him up. Hey, he trying to get to the bread. Everybody trying to get to the bread. And talk about the whole STEMI stuff. The funny part is a lot of people are still getting paid from unemployment. A lot of people are still getting paid from COVID relief checks. Yeah. And then on top of that, you getting another STEMI check.
And people learning about these loans too.
And they not even going to work. They have not been to work since COVID started.
So now you're either going to turn into a total retard, or you're going to learn something.
Yeah, because eventually, like I said, everything got to come to an end. Eventually, you're not going to be getting this money no more. So then what you going to do? You're going to have to go back to work, because what is the normal person doing right now? That's why I said, I made a tweet and said, you finna start seeing a lot of paper tags. You finna start seeing a lot of paper tags on cars, because everybody finna use that STEMI check to go get a car.
Yeah.
You finna start seeing a whole bunch of paper license plates. It's gonna be crazy.
You about to see you're seeing a lot more car commercials. Yeah. You're hearing, that they're calling me. Dodge, Chevy, they've all called me. Like, they're trying to. Yeah, man. Like, we need that. So it's, yeah, man. It's a game out here, man.
I feel like this. We get to the point where it's like a game of literally. Is it called Game of Thrones? No, what's that movie where they had to end up killing each other?
Oh, the Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games. There you go.
Oh, that's exactly. Because,
bro, during the snowstorm, I promise you, I ain't never see Quick Trip empty like that. Bro, Quick Trip didn't have no chips. They didn't have nothing. I'm like, wow, people are really going nuts, right? Which I understand. You didn't have no water, but still, it's like rational. Like, think about the people you live with.
But you got that, and that's what it showed you. It showed you that people will eat each other, and it's almost like a new narcissism. Like a new form of narcissism.
And how pretty much everything's getting, the Generation Z's over here canceling on everything. This council movement is in
cancel culture. It's BS.
It's real.
It's BS.
Stupid.
I mean, I don't. And it doesn't. That's another part, because accountability is nowhere in this culture. It's nowhere in it. You will not be held accountable, and this is why I started my brand.
Yeah.
Because I wanted people to hold themselves accountable. I want to, so it's sickening. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And you got, like I said, I got this little saying where I say, like, my parents, like my pops and all them are like in their later 50s. It's like with them in their time, it was like, we have no choice but to work. Like they didn't know, like, I can be an entrepreneur, or I can go venture off and open my own business. Most of them just like worked at a job for like 20 something years. And then you come to us, our age, and where it's like, if a supervisor asks you to do something, it's like, why I gotta do that, bro? I can go leave work and go do this and make more money. And then you get to the Generation Z, it's like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'd rather go hide in the corner and just cry all day till my mom come help me.
Yeah.
And it's getting completely insane.
Yeah. I mean, and And
you got iPad babies now. That's a new thing too.
Yeah. I think my child is one of them. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, so my son, I mean, we try to monitor. We don't try. We do monitor everything, but even when us monitoring, it is, it's still disheartening because it's hard. It's hard for him to go to a store and not see a phone. So for me to sit up here and be like, oh yeah, you can't have this phone, like it's kind of in a way it's disingenuous. Like it's like that. Like like everybody in here got this damn phone.
I just seen it. Like
like why you trying to deprive me of it? You be on yours.
And it's so crazy because to think that we got cars that can drive themselves, and it's finna get a lot more crazier within the years. And a lot of people don't understand. That's why I don't have TikTok on my phone. TikTok is a prime example of an app that literally makes a virtual self of you. Every time you stroke your phone or swipe or click on that video, they provide you the videos to watch. And people be like, "Oh, well, TikTok's the product." No, you're the product. You are the product. They give you the stuff to watch. They go by what you see every day and what you talk about in your phone.
Algorithm.
Yeah. Same thing with, like I was here. Well, I like Apple, but they're listening. When you say, "Hey Siri," what she do? She answer you.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like things that people aren't paying attention to.
30 years ago, all of this stuff all this stuff was a movie.
But how
it was in a movie.
Let me ask you this: how would it be if we didn't elevate with technology? If we were still like flip phones in 2021, if we still had flip phones, everybody was going outside on their bikes, everybody didn't know about Facebook like that. How would it be now? I feel like
we would be further ahead.
Yeah.
We would be a lot further ahead.
We have more.
We would be, but that was the goal anyway. So I mean, hey, I think we would be better off. I know we would be better off. We would be better people.
Better people and parents nowadays know how to raise their kids the right way instead of teaching them the things that they've been taught. Like you got parents teaching their kids. Oh my God, it's bro. It's crazy how you see things, but you got like parents who's stuck on their phone all day, who come home from work and they're on their phone all day. They don't do nothing else. They don't take their kid outside. So what's that kid doing? The same thing you doing. So it's like we're over here. People are like breeding kids to be, I guess, couch potatoes. You remember that movie, WALL-E? Remember the movie WALL-E? I feel like that's the direction we're going into, where they had a ship where they didn't walk. They had floated on everything. They were fat, eating potato chips and all that.
Damn.
And I feel like that's where we're going right now. And now Elon Musk talking about Mars, and I'm like, bro.
Damn, bro, you just made me look at myself, man. Because sometimes that be me. I be sitting at the house like chilling, like because I'm trying to discipline myself to be at home, so I don't feel like I need to go somewhere and spend money.
Yeah,
because every time you walk out the door, there's money. Mm-hmm. It's money, like until I get my business off the ground, and I can or once I got some other things planned. So once I get that going, I know I'm gonna be out the house more. But lately, I've been trying to sit in the house, like bro, Cause if I go out, I know I'm gonna spend some money, bro, and it be hurting my pockets. I'll be like, damn. But it's really, it just made me look at myself still, and now I'm gonna prioritize things a little bit better because I could be like, we could just walk around the block, son. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. You can ask Paul, like anybody, but I've been like kind of taking my like health, my fitness pretty serious, so. I've been getting real fit and stuff. So that's how I'm learning about discipline. Like health is wealth, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Cause if you don't get your health right, then your business and stuff, it's like
that's good. It's good. Mm-hmm. It's a reflection.
Mm-hmm. Your mind is key. Your mind, your brain is a lot more serious than what people think. It's just a piece of tissue. Nah, bro, this is your memory. This is everything in there, and you gotta treat it like a temple, bro. And you can't let nothing or no one get inside of it like that.
Man, I did a 13-day fast in December, bro.
Oh my God, I can barely do 5 days. 13.
No, yeah, man, 13, bro. Like it.
What was you
it's hard. Like waters, teas, herbs.
Dang.
I had a smoothie on a couple of days.
But you know what that does though?
Yeah.
Bro, that I want to do it, man. I want to go at least 30 days.
Yeah, bro. I was shooting for 40, but I was like, yeah, no. Well, the whole time I'm on YouTube watching cooking shows and shit.
It's the same thing with I'm very big on semen retention, so I don't know if you know what that is.
Nah, that's hard.
That's hard, but it's hard, but you feel good, bro.
You have a lot. They say after 7 days of holding in your semen, your metabolism speeds up.
Yeah.
You know, all of that stuff. I will say when you not having sex and you not doing nothing, your mood, like in the beginning, your mood be messed up. You be
like, dang,
ready to, because that testosterone is jumping out the gym, like. Yeah, I tear your head off.
Yeah,
dude. Like,
or if it's like you be on social media and you see something, it's like I don't want to go on www. such and such,
Yeah.
But once you understand, like watching porn and man, that stuff is not.
That shit ain't good.
It's not. It's a lot, bro. It's terrible, actually.
It
does a lot to your soul and what people think, because eventually. That's why it's called a high. You start catching yourself.
Them endorphins, man.
You start catching yourself going to different topics on the porn site. Then you start finding yourself going to this and that. Then you be like.
Then you in a world you like, nigga,
what? Like, that's why I realize now when, I don't know, most men say they don't feel this way, but come on now. When you you know what I'm saying, when you masturbate and you get done doing all that, you feel guilty.
You feel, you look at this like, man, why the fuck am I watching?
Because, bro, it's like something in your brain knows, like, you shouldn't be doing this. Like, it knows. I don't know what it is, but it knows. It's it's weird.
Yeah, because it's not natural.
It's not natural. We're not supposed to be doing that. Because a caveman, they wasn't doing that.
They was doing it. It wasn't like I'm sitting here watching. It's a secondhand experience.
That's why a lot of scientists say humans have a problem with that. Because when you pay attention to animals, they only have sex when it's breeding season.
Exactly.
They're not doing anything else. They're just hunting, eating, and getting fit. Other than that, so think about a human who does that, who's only eating right, getting fit, paying attention to what he's got to do, and only has sex like
when you trying to make a baby.
When you trying to make a baby.
And I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Lately, bro, I've been saying that a lot. I see a girl be like, man, I put a baby in her. I put a baby in her. Like, and it might sound messed up, bro, but that's just my primal in me. Like, man, I put a baby in you, and you.
It's
like,
it is, and then like you got certain things like that's another factor. I'm not speaking on women right now. For everybody listening, everybody knows my podcast is like a red pill man talk. So it's for the men out here. So once you start realizing like that plays a factor in your life, and then you got fast foods, processed foods, all this other stuff, technology that ruins the thought process of how becoming an alpha male and to take care of your family and your responsibilities. A lot of men lose that thought process.
And I didn't, like you say, that diet, like when you like tigers and lions, like they fast, like they might have a huge meal and then like they might not eat for another 7 days.
Because they all that
because they hunting and
trying to find food.
Exactly.
They don't have
now it's just like they put it in they make it accessible. They make everything accessible, so it's a temptation around every corner.
I can walk up the street by my apartment and go get me some tacos. But I can't walk up the street and go get me a healthy smoothie. I got to drive to go get it. I can't walk up the street. Why? Because they know for a fact we need that. We need vitamin C. We can't keep eating McDonald's here and then there's some worse foods out there, but you know what I mean, like McDonald's and all this extra stuff. Don't get me wrong. I might eat me a McDonald's here and there. Yeah. But because it takes time for you to develop that mindset.
I mean, but it's not even just time, bro. It's your environment. And that's why I'm like, I've been looking up land and stuff to buy, bro. And
I'm thinking about buying a horse.
Like if you can find a way to get away from all this stuff and be okay, I think then you can start a new life, because you not so you surrounded by your enemy at all times when you in the city.
That's why I be telling people that, bro. And my dream goal is to move. It could be in West Texas,
in the middle of nowhere.
I just need me some cattle, my horses, You know what I'm saying? Maybe my wife, my kids, my weapons of choice. I'm good.
I did landscaping for 2 years, so I know how to grow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
the key is to invest in acres, land.
Yeah, man. I mean, even if you can find just the acre, bro, that's yours, man. Cause, like me and the mother of my child, we got a situation where we have some land, like it's an acre and a half,
But it's
and
you can do something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like don't like it. In taxes is $30,
and we live in Texas, so come on now.
The taxes is $30, yo, on the land, man. Like, I mean, if you can't make $30,
yeah,
something wrong.
How about people would rather
something wrong. If you can't make $30 in a month, I could stand out on the street and get $30.
And I'm starting to, and oh my God, bro, realizing like when COVID first like came, there was a family that actually went off the grid. They went somewhere and stayed out there for like 6 months. They hunted for their food, no phones, nothing. Came back, and the guy was like, "We left, everything was cool. Came back, you got a whole virus out here now." They didn't know what happened. They didn't know what the hell was going on. And that goes to show you, like, if some of these people just took the time to go off the grid to understand themselves as a human, then they'll come back and realize, like, okay, this is how we fix this.
I mean, because getting away from that, like, because you realize that it's not, because it is a game. Because if I just for the simple fact that I could project to the masses that there's a virus out here, I have a direct connect into your mind. So in reality, so it might not even be a virus, but just for the simple fact that I could put this idea in your mind, it makes it real. Like, 'cause it's just like like if you tell the whole world that that y'all tell the whole world that you gonna die. Like, yeah. So just think about they're implanting things in you, knowing that, like you said, your mind is the key. It creates all of this.
And you said the key thing. So you said the key word. What'd you say? You said fear. Your mind. We have fears. We're scared of stuff.
So, but your mind is strong enough to make anything reality. And when you doing this on a massive scale, like, you're manipulating the universe. Like, and people take that stuff for granted. This stuff that I'm saying, bro, is deep, yo. Yeah, like, it's not. Deep. It's only the real.
Like I said, I always say, it's only the real will know what's being said right now. Now the rest eventually will find out. But that's why I had this saying in a recent podcast. I said, why do you think kids are always taught that monsters are scary? Like, but there's no such thing as monsters. Like, why do you think they're scared of the boogeyman? Like, because you implanted the thing of a monster being scary. But really, there ain't no such thing as a monster. But it's a kid's scared to sleep with the lights off and stuff like that, because of movies and all that extra stuff that's portrayed to thinking that monsters are a real thing. But I do believe in spirits, though.
Yeah, because you are a spirit. Yeah. So, I mean, but it's a show that brung everything full circle for me.
Social Dilemma?
Huh?
I'm a Social Dilemma?
No, it's a show that I watched that brung everything full circle for me. It was Lovecraft Country. Have you ever heard of that?
Is that on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO. Lovecraft Country.
HBO Max?
Yeah.
I got it. I'm checking it out.
So yeah, Lovecraft Country, bro. Like, and it's these black people living in times like a little bit after, Black Wall Street. Where they're still dealing with bigotry, segregation, and stuff like that. So these people find out that their family, this guy, he finds out that his bloodline is linked to a family that created magic, and these white, and they figure out that white people stole the magic from them, and they've been using it on them for millennia. So the whole goal of these people, their whole goal is to get their magic back and reclaim their magic. And what it taught me was, from religion to everything, that all of this stuff is magic, because all of this stuff is something divine, you know. So it put it in perspective. Like like they had Jackie Robinson on a planet with aliens. Think about that. Yes, he in his whole suit with a bat, and he on the moon, and it's a big ass alien he fighting. You know, like, so it's a mind bender.
Yeah, okay.
It's a mind bender, and that was what the show did, bro. It puts you in a space of anything is possible. It puts you in and these people going to church, bro. These people praying to Jesus, but they understood the science and the math that went along with all of this stuff. So, and I ain't no Christian. I don't do religion stuff, but it is certain things that I live by. So, with that, like, they were able to create their own way of doing magic and stuff like that, bro. And it was beautiful, bro. Like it, and now and then I look at the Bible and I'm just like, if this dude Jesus was real, he would be a witch. People be looking at him like he a witch. He do mad, like, dude, you walking on water, you turning water into wine, you giving sight to the blind, like. And that's the perspective. That's the perspective that it gives you. Like, oh, okay, like, oh, so this is not something that's necessarily evil, but people are using magic for evil right now. In spelling, I'm sorry, true. But let me just say that spelling, that's a part of the spell. That's why when you say certain word like monster, that's a created thing. That's a created thing.
Or were you when people like cuss someone out?
Yeah,
it's like you wishing bad on that person, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like spell your spell.
Where you that's why they say
language. Like
that's why they say when we're younger, they taught us how to write in cursive at a very young age because
it's a curse.
Yeah, that's a curse because when you write that way, that's
And that's job. Some people call them undertakings. You know,
I just call it job.
You awake.
Yeah,
awake. You go to awake, but you awake in the morning.
Yeah,
it's a play on awake is you. The day is you grieving the dead.
Because guess what time I go to work? I work at night. Guess what? I go to from 2 in the morning to like 12.
See, the word morning, that means you're mourning.
Exactly,
bro.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot to like get in perspective about. What was I was about to say something about dang, I don't even remember. Oh, that's why they call it our body, like our body that we, like what you see is not what we really truly look like.
It ain't.
That's why I tell people, bro, just get your fake body or your outer body right. You know what I'm saying? Get it right. Get it what you want.
It is a temple.
That's your temple. That's why I say your body is your temple. Whatever you feed it is and give it to it is what it's gonna give out. Like, and as humans, we're naturally supposed to be tired. We're supposed to be sore. We're supposed to be overwhelmed. Not overwhelmed. That's a big word, but like tired. That's why I like gladiators and I'm very big on calisthenics. I train calisthenics. And who trained calisthenics? Greek gods. That's why Greek gods look so good and physiqued and very strong. Like what's that dude name? Aquaman. What's that? The town under the sea.
You talking about
it starts with an A, something like yeah. But yeah, they're like people call me I'm a centaur. I do believe centaurs were real at some point in life.
I mean, bro, like anything your mind can imagine, anything that you've seen on a TV screen, or it came from somewhere. There's some truth to it.
I had a theory about this too. Why is it when we have dreams, we don't never have like a very good dream? It's always a bad dream, or it's very like, well, dang, what the hell happened in that one? But it's never like you going to heaven, or it's like never like it's just something
it's
good.
It's never blissful. Yeah.
It's
like
yeah, like dang, what was that? Like what happened?
Like what the yeah.
I don't. Most of the time you don't remember. But they say we have a bunch of dreams at night, so I don't know how many. Probably like 10, something like that. REM mode. I be on remote too much though, so I smoke a lot of.
And that's man. All of this stuff, man. Once you realize what's really going on, it's embedded deeply. All of this stuff is deeply. That's why they took away our language. That's why they took away our language. Like even though some of us was already here, you know.
Is that why they say the language in Canada is the real spoken language?
Oh, for real? They said,
like the real English, because the English we speaking is not like.
Yeah, because I believe that. I can believe that. Because
and why? And when you go to Africa or just any place like that, literally, or El Salvador or something like that, why does every single village have different languages? Every single village have different languages. Like you can go up the street and they'll talk something totally different. You wouldn't understand it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if I could keep you divided. If I could keep you divided, I could conquer. You know, if I could keep you at odds, if I could keep you at odds about the smallest thing.
And living in the city is not one place you don't want to be when some world crazy stuff happen. California's gonna be the first state to go down. Do you realize if they have another wildfire?
I think it's either Cali or New York.
If Cali has another wildfire, they don't have enough resources to put out that fire. So that fire will burn Cali all the way down until it gets to the shoreline. Because
that's why a lot of people from Cali moving here.
Joe Rogan out there, all of them in Austin.
And now we have to be, you know, now you got to prepare because that culture is powerful. So you have to think of what comes with all of that, you know. Bro,
yeah, it's because it's the simple things like this. Like a dude, he's a comedian. He hang out with like Joe Rogan, and he was on Joe Rogan show, and he just moved to Austin. I guess he was in the Whataburger line, and he pulls up in his G-Wagon looking, California looking stylish G-Wagon. He just cuts in line, and the lady in the back from Texas, honked the horn and got the car and knocked on the window and was like, "Well, you can't do that." And he's like, "Well, And he's like, and they seen the Cali tags. And he was like, "We're in Texas. We don't do that in Texas. You might do that in Cali, but you can take your little rich Playboy Bunny vehicle on somewhere. But in Texas, we don't play that."
And that's what I love about Texas because Cali is liberal, Texas is conservative. You know, and I appreciate it's morals around here. And it might not be the best. It might not be the most moral place, but it's just certain things that we not gonna do that.
Yeah, like, just keep what they say. Don't bring it to Texas. Keep it in Cali.
Yeah, and I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah,
so I mean it's similar. Like it's right up the street. I drive 2-3 hours and be, so. Yeah, that's what I love about the South because it's just certain things.
The South been through too much.
Yeah.
So we've been through too much. So yeah, but we getting close to the end of the podcast, man. And I just want to say I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah,
and,
man. I appreciate you for having me, man.
Yeah, I know you've been trying to get on this bad boy for a minute now.
Yeah, man. I wanted to come see what you was doing, man.
Yeah, it's been, I'm a totally different person from years ago. So
yeah, that's good, man. But it's really just life, man. It's okay, bro. Like,
change your lifestyle.
Yeah, man. Like, just try to find a way to smile, man. Be happy, bro. Like,
but is there anything you'd like to shout out before we get out of here?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. School of the Lost and Found, man. I got 5 hats right now. I'm taking pre-orders for my next batch. So, just hit me up, man. Hit me in my DM, man. Like, I'm really trying to push something for people for those that are stand-up human beings that believe in something, that are willing to live and die for something.
You hear that, folks? You hear that, folks?
So, it's not it's for y'all.
Yeah. So, I appreciate you coming by. Thank you, Paul, for board opping the show today. Appreciate it, FBI in Studios. It's your boy, Onte. I catch y'all next week, because next week's going to be super lit. I might actually hit you up again.
Let me know,
do next week, because next week going to be nice. I got a 2-hour show for next week. So, It's gonna be real nice. So it's your boy Onte. I'm out. Y'all have a blessed night. Catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Yeah, next week.